everybody, Rita here with GmaReezScrapShack. Here's a couple of little fabric journals I made for someone who asked for them, and honestly I can't remember who asked for them, but they're very similar. Someone asked for two of them, and so I'll post them in my Etsy. If you want them, you can buy them. I think I might know, so if I give her a heads up, so she'll know, she can purchase them right after I, put them on the store, but if she doesn't buy them, someone else is welcome to buy them. They're just cute little pieces of my old quilt with, some doilies, some paper flower, and a sweet vintage buttons that I got in Happy Mail with some seam binding as the closures. And I always just sew over the little ends so that they don't fray. But it's very shabby chic. They just have some stamps in them that say things like this: life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. All the papers are coffee stained. It's just my scraps. This says Faith. It has a little bit of stamping. Some of the stamps I colored in, some I did not. The person who purchases this can always, finish it up or add to it. Of course, A little tag. These were gifted to me by Mary Flower. I love them. They're so cute. This is just some Kool-Aid paper. Not Kool-Aid paper. This is mermaid paper that I made. This just says, all because two people fell in love. It's got another piece of the fabric quilt cut out in the shape of a heart for a little pocket. You could journal on this little tag. This says love. Another one of the pieces of coffee stained paper that I stamped on, the Tiffany stamp, and then it says, give it to God and go to sleep. And then there's a cute little pocket right here that flips open like this for more space of journaling. The way this closes is one flap goes down, the next flap goes down, and you just go into the circle until this one tucks in. So when you tuck it in, let's see, you tuck it in this side, it'll hold it shut. I used to not be very good at that, but I finally figured it out. You just have to go around in a circle. Yeah, that was an index card, coffee stained, another one of those little tags. Thank you, Mary. They're so cute. I love them. Another little stamp. I made a pocket here. This is more of my coffee stained paper. This is out of a book of Bible quotes, or maybe not quotes. I think it's verses, yeah. Here's another stamp, colored in a little bit, not all the way. Always know in your heart that you are far bigger than anything that can ever happen to you. Okay, that's a good little quote, right? A dandelion. I always like to stamp it and then go over it with a little bit of the white marker so it looks like a real dandelion. It looks like you can just pick it up and make a wish. Some more of my favorite little hummingbird paper. When I sewed on this little crochet doily that I made, or a little flower, I put a vintage button. That also came from Mary Flower. Thank you, Mary. I love that color green. Anyway, when I sewed it on, the paper was a little weak, so I had to put a little piece of fabric behind it. So there's just a tiny piece of doily right there. Like I said, it's very shabby chic, very vintaged up and kind of grungy. Here's a cute little envelope that I put in here, and it has a little, oops, I hope I didn't glue it in. Oh, there it goes. A little tag that pulls out and flips up like such for all your journaling needs. A little piece of index card just to make it a, oh, I think I pulled off one of the little tabs. Did I? Oh, shoot. Well, see, it's even more shabby chic now. It's falling apart. Anyway, that goes in there. God is love. And this turns, and there's another little piece of another coffee stained paper. Pray, wait, trust. Index card with some sewing. Remember. A little, sheep. This is, I was so inspired to do this by Mitzi. She had sent me some paper ruffles, and so I took my old used dryer fabric sheets instead of throwing them away, and I made strips of them and made some ruffles and put on this real cheap leafy ribbon. I just sewed it on there, and it's a cute little, flip up, so where you could hide some of your journaling right here on this page. And it smells amazing. You are my happy place. Just some more coffee stained paper. Friendship is the sweetest flower, with my cute little ladybug and daisy right there. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Another little fabric quilted pocket, another tag to journal on. Just taps or is tucked right there in the back. And then I just put GmaReezScrapShack. There's not room for my whole, you know, stamp here. And I glued that on with some Fabri-Tac because that works really good for fabric. Paper to fabric, paper to paper, whatever. And then it's got 2 brass eyelets and some of the seam binding to where you could tie it shut. This is a sweet little gift for somebody if you want to give them a journal but not spend a ton of money, or you know, you don't have time to make it yourself. And I think that's what my friend wants to do, is she wants to gift these to somebody. So I made a couple of them. They're very similar. They're not identical. This one has some black thread on it with a doily and a paper rose. And this one I used white thread. I think I ran out of black or something. And it's got a doily, it's a little different. And then another one of the roses, and it's got a different button. So this is the one's with the white button and the little crystal. Same piece of fabric, so it's got the same print. You know, they're very much alike. It's got all the same stamps in it. Some of the pages might look a little different. I think I didn't color that one in. You could always color it in or leave it for your, you know, your person to do it. Another little tag, it's a little different. Thank you, Mary. I love those little tags. This one has pink paper in it instead of blue, made with Kool-Aid. And this one has strawberries instead of, the other piece was the other end of this little notepad, I think. And then on this one, I did a little stamping. It still has the same little sayings. Pretty much the same. I don't want to bore you. This one's not colored in. I kind of like the way that looks. You know, if the person that purchased this wants it colored in, they can just leave me a little note and I can do that. This one doesn't have the hummingbird. It just has the lilac flowers here, which are so pretty. Little lavender flowers, I mean. It has a different little doily that I think this one was, did I make that one? I can't even remember. I might have purchased that one. But it does look like the ones I make. I make a bunch of different ones when I'm bored. It has the same little pull-out note that opens up. Same thing. I just don't want to pull that out right now. I'm taking too much time. So it's pretty much the same. It just, you know, a little different, maybe slightly different, but the color of the colored paper is different in this one. I think she wants both of them anyway, so it doesn't matter. She can decide after she gets it who she wants to gift it to. But they're super cute. Someone asked me, you know, how much for these. And honestly, you guys, this took me 2 days. I'm kind of a slow crafter. Well, some people say I'm fast, but honestly, I did one each day. And I don't spend all day sitting because that would just be so boring for me. So, yeah. Anyway, so $20 plus the shipping, what it costs. So $20 each. If I sell them separately, that's fine. If they both go together, that's fine. And then if I don't have to ship it, of course, you can avoid that cost. I could always, if it's someone local, I could deliver. Or they can come by and pick it up. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope I inspired you. You know, don't throw away your old blankets. You can always use them. I've cut this one up so many times and used it for little different things. You know, I have tons of raggedy old pieces of it, but even each little square can be a cute little embellishment for one of your journals. So save them, buy them when you can. Have a great day, everybody. I hope everybody had a safe stay-at-home Easter, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.